History is full of kings, wars, and revolutions. But behind the battles and treaties, there are strange, shocking, and sometimes funny stories. Small, unexpected events that change the course of history. In this video, we'll uncover 10 bizarre historical events that shape the world in ways you'd never imagine. During a clash between English and French forces in the Middle Ages, a hungry English soldier stole a chicken from a farm. Seems trivial, right? But this small act sparked chaos. Soldiers fought over the chicken, lines broke, and the confusion even affected the outcome of the battle. Imagine a single chicken turning a battlefield upside down.
In Indonesia, Mount Tambora erupted violently in 1815. The explosion was so massive that volcanic ash circled the globe. The result? The infamous year without a summer. In Europe and North America, crops failed, famine spread, and thousands died of hunger. Even culture was affected. Mary Shelley wrote her novel Frankenstein during the eerie, sunless summer of 1816. A volcano didn't just change the land, it changed literature too. In Strasbourg, something unthinkable happened. A woman began dancing uncontrollably in the street. Soon, dozens joined her, then hundreds. They danced for days and weeks, many collapsing from exhaustion, some even dying. Historians still don't know why. Was it mass hysteria, poisoned food, or a psychological phenomenon? The dancing plague remains one of history's strangest mysteries. Italy in the Middle Ages saw city-states fighting constantly. But in 1325, Bologna and Modena went to war over a wooden bucket. Soldiers from Modena had stolen a bucket from a Bologna well. Outraged, Bologna declared war. Thousands fought, lives were lost, and the bucket? It's still on display in Modena to this day, a bizarre war trophy. On May 19, 1780, people in New England, USA, woke up to something terrifying. In the middle of the day, the sky went completely dark. Birds fell silent, candles were lit, and many thought the day of judgment had come. Today, scientists believe it was caused by a mix of forest fire smoke and volcanic ash. But for the people back then, it was pure terror. In 1896, Britain fought the Sultanate of Zanzibar in what became the shortest war in recorded history. The British fleet bombarded the palace, and in just 38 minutes, the war was over. That's shorter than your average TV episode. Imagine walking down the street and suddenly being swept away by beer. In 1814, a massive beer vat exploded in London, releasing over 1.5 million liters of beer. Streets were flooded, homes were destroyed, and tragically, several people drowned. A deadly disaster, caused not by fire or flood, but by beer. Today, potatoes are ordinary, but in the 18th and 19th centuries, they were revolutionary. At first, Europeans distrusted them, but thanks to leaders like Napoleon promoting the crop, potatoes spread and became a staple. They provided cheap, filling food and helped prevent famine, saving millions. Sometimes the simplest plants change the destiny of nations. During a Gallic siege of ancient Rome, soldiers tried to sneak into the city at night. The guards were asleep, but the sacred geese kept in the temple were not. The geese honked loudly, waking the defenders, and Rome was saved, not by soldiers, but by a flock of geese. Sometimes nature is the greatest warrior. In 1812, Napoleon invaded Russia with hundreds of thousands of troops, but the brutal Russian winter destroyed his army. Over a century later, during World War II, Hitler's forces suffered the same fate. Snow, ice, and cold proved stronger than the mightiest armies. From a stolen chicken, to a goose that saved a city, to a volcano that changed literature, history reminds us that it's not always kings or generals who decide the fate of nations. Sometimes small, strange, and unexpected events change the course of the world. Which of these strange events surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to see more bizarre stories from history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.